Hello and welcome to Epiphytic cacti. It's been a little while, so I figured I would do a little update on my Schlumbergera and Rhipsalidopsis seeds that I planted, my little species here. Some of them germinated and some of them didn't. This one, which was Schlumbergera lutea subspecies lutea, which was crossed with Schlumbergera lutea subspecies bradii, did not germinate. Nothing has actually germinated out of there yet, and it may never germinate. I don't think there was a lot of seeds in there. And if it does germinate, there's a possibility that it might germinate way later. You can see that I had actually I just did this. I just cut the tops of these off. So I just took and sliced the tops of these off. And part of the reason why is actually because I have these in a little mini greenhouse outside and it's very, very humid in there. And when it gets kind of hot, combined with the humidity, it's just a little bit too much. So I just decided to cut the tops off and give them a little bit of air. I'm not worried about them drying out really because they're in that little mini greenhouse and it's quite humid here. Particularly right now, it's kind of the rainy season. So they are completely protected from the rain though. So no signs of germination ever came out of this one. Schlumbergera reginae crossed with Schlumbergera orssichiana. There was never any signs of germination from this one. So keep an eye on it, you never know. I mean, it might actually sprout. I do think it's been, a while, about 3 months or so. You can get like really strange cases where they just suddenly germinate like way, way later. So it can be a little bit strange. And actually this guy is one of those cases. This is so hard to see. I don't think we're going to see that really, but there is, right there is a seed that just germinated. So perhaps he kind of fell down and then worked his way to the surface. Let's see if we can kind of zoom way. There you go. There you can see it. He might have just fallen down some and then just finally worked his way to the surface and germinated. And so that's been like 3 months by the time this guy showed any signs of germination. So it's really possible the seeds just kind of fell down. This one, I don't think was in the other videos. It is Schlumbergera opuntioides crossed with Schlumbergera microsphaerica. So that's pretty exciting. We'll see how that goes. I bet that's going to be an interesting looking little seedling. So keep an eye on that little guy. And I'm guessing this was one of the ones in the video because he looks pretty, yes, it was. So this was one of the other ones that had an update. It was Schlumbergera microsphaerica. It was given to me as the Slender Clone. And I've got 2 different clones of this. And yeah, there's one where it's actually really slender and then there's one where it's kind of fat. So this one just says that it's the Slender Clone seedling or seeds. There's quite a bit of germination that has kind of gone on in here. There's a dog hair in here. That's not good. I have dogs, so there's dog hair everywhere. You can see these, the seedlings germinating all over the place in here. Again, there wasn't really a lot of seedlings, so I feel like this really probably had a really good germination rate, so that's doing pretty good. It's interesting how slow they can be, though. I'm really kind of surprised at how slow they kind of are. This one, I don't think was in any of the other videos either. This one was Schlumbergera orssichiana. And I can see these, the little sprouts coming out here. And this one right here, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can zoom into that a little bit. There you go. See that one right there? He looks like he's doing a little bit rough. In comparison to the other ones, he just looks like he's a little bit wilted, which is leading me to believe there's just a little too much humidity going on. You can see that this mix was actually, this mix is chunkier than it should be for seedlings. And then the last one that we're going to look at here is the first one to have germinated. So this one was mislabeled by me initially. This one is Rhipsalidopsis rosea, subspecies riograndensis. And this one actually has, there you go, yay, seeds, like little sprouts that are actually starting to look like little seedlings. So they've developed just a little bit past, you see how cute they are? Just a little bit past their seedling leaves. So they're really cute. This one was really starting to kind of show signs, the little seedlings, signs of a little bit too much wetness. You can see like here, it's kind of like a little fallen, wilted seedling because it's just a little too wet. So you can see that little seedling. There you go, against that. So there we go. That's about after 3 months what they look like. And as Fred said to me not so long ago, that it was like watching paint dry. And it kind of is. You know, it's exciting. I mean, like in one aspect because they're species seeds, so it's really kind of exciting. But I mean, they really are quite slow in their development. So like if this is what they look like after 3 months, you know, they're a little slow. And I assume because these ones are so much smaller, because one, because they're species, and two, because they're so much smaller than like, let's say, you know, epiphyllum seedlings, or like, oh goodness, if you've ever tried dragon fruit, Hylocereus seedlings, you know, they're quite a bit bigger. So these guys as plants and everything, and I would imagine, of course, the seedling growth would be quite a bit smaller. So it's even a little more like watching paint dry. But there we have it. Thank you for watching, and happy cacti growing.